Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight on the quarantine. I am Rosalind M. Ogburn, your host this evening, and we have a special guest with us, Mr. Don Riley, our CAC member. Thank you for being with us this evening.
Thank you.
Yes,
Right,
yes. Yes, we are just going to jump right into it this evening. We want to say thank you for everyone, first of all, for tuning in on this Friday night. You could have been anyone else, right? Going out, hanging, driving down on Belle Isle, right? Going out to eat. But you said, hold on, wait a minute. Let me see what Roz, normally with Dre and Henrietta on the quarantine this evening. So we just want to make sure we just jump right into it. We want to say thank you and give a shout out to you that you are live on WJZZ on Facebook and Twitter Live, all your social media platforms. We want to just say thank you for tuning in, share, like, and subscribe. All right? But I just want to start off with my Rosalind report. I am Rosalind M. Ogburn, your state candidate for the new State House District 3, formerly 9th House District. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, for those that were not aware, the Michigan Democratic Party has been convening all week, doing our Zoom calls, having our caucus meetings, and allowing the opportunity for those that are seeking to represent us throughout the state have that presence to be able to say why they're running and how they want to represent you in a larger and a most protective capacity. Even after what we've heard this evening on the news, right? So we're going to talk about that a little later, right? But so I had to give it a shout out because tomorrow we will closing up this convening at the TCF location, formerly known as Cobo Hall. And I do believe we're talking about another name later, but a third name, right? So, but I had to definitely start off our report with that. And then I want to give a shout out. Not sure how many people is aware of this annual event. Our Commissioner, Wayne County Commissioner Chair, Alicia Bell, she holds an annual dress giveaway. Yes, for those ladies that are going to the prom. Every year she usually sends the flyers out and gets the promotion, but I saw it today on the news. Right. And I just wanted to uplift that. So if you have anybody,
Boys and Girls Club.
There we go. There we go. You got anybody in our district, which is City Council 7. I am representing State House 3. He's over in the new State House 4. And so right there it's Tireman, what we say east of Southfield. Yes, right actually where what we say the south bend of is it the Greenview Estates?
Greenview Estates.
Yes. And so this is tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's only one day, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, Saturday, April 9th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you know any young lady that is still looking for a beautiful, eloquent prom dress, y'all better show up and show out. She said she had so many dresses.
She said she can accommodate 500.
There you go. Come on. I'm about to say. She said, I'm not taking the dresses. I need people. I need bodies for the dresses right now, right? Yeah. So we need you to call everyone that is saying, oh, you heard I can't go to the prom because I don't have nothing to wear. Come on, look, I gotta let Jesus show up in the room. Hallelujah. The Lord then showed up for you. So I just wanted to uplift our Wayne County Commissioner, Alicia Bell, for that beautiful and dynamic event, which is blessing those youth, because we need to have more support like that in our community. All right, and then also what me and Mr. Riley was talking about when we came in, my topic is recycle, reduce, and reuse. He didn't even know that, y'all. He did not know. Did I tell you that my topic? And so, on my block, I'm a block club president, part of our radio patrol, and I am just the president, but I have a captain. And she is so consistent, so diligent, and we organize our community and we collect our bottles. And so we recycle. So my job is to recycle the bottles. It is sometimes tedious, ladies and gentlemen. And even in Walmart, they've taken out the sink. So I can't even wash my hands no more after the process. I'm like, but I wanted to uplift people to say recycling is a real thing.
And on recycle, you recycle all your plastic, all your bottles, all your cans. Only one requirement with the cans and bottles, you rinse them out.
You must rinse them out, yes.
And do not put any plastic. Plastic will mess up the machines that they use to sort everything out and grind stuff down to be reused again.
Mm-hmm.
You must not put plastic in there because it messes up the machine.
Machines, yes. Be adequate with the machines because we need them, especially, and there are not that many recycle machines in the community. So that's what I wanted to say, that we are transitioning over to more paper than plastic bags. And he started this conversation in the car, and he don't even know I was about to go there, right?
That's right. That's right.
So we want to focus on how we reduce and reshift the way we use things. Old school, your jars. We kept the old jars, right? I even say now, keep your mayonnaise jars. Keep all those glass with the tight tops that you can reuse, like the mason jar. Come on, let's get diverse, but we must find other ways to be able to reduce and save our planet by making a less impact as we move throughout the earth. Because these landfills are real. We don't talk about them. We don't actually do enough documentaries about how we're paying for sites to just hold garbage, not for our own state, but even other states, and that's a real thing. That there's places just with garbage being housed. But if we rethink about how we reuse stuff, right? We get those blue recycle bins. I'm going to need y'all to go destroy this recycle.com. Google that. Get your recycle bins because I know everybody on your block got one, right?
Just about everybody on my block in my community.
There you go. Because we made sure, 2-3 years ago when they came out, we like, come on out to the
door trying to sign people up together.
There you go. And then when they had the community meetings, come on out. You came to the meeting, got trained up, you walked away with the signed in, and they end up sending one to your house. So we wanted to make sure everybody was more aware. April is Holy Month for a lot of people, but it's also Earth Month. Right? And we talk about preserving the earth. We talk about treating her better and making sure we can do our part. Because if everybody did a little bit different to make a lesser impact, we can reduce the temperature and we can preserve her.
Because climate change is no joke. We need to save this planet. Because if we don't, we might not have no place to live.
That's it. That's it. You saying it. You saying it right there.
We got to save our planet.
We got to save our planet. And so I close out with my Rosalind Report. I am Rosalind M. Ogburn, your candidate for the new State House 3. We will be going to the doors in Melvindale, Dearborn, and in Detroit soon. If you'd like to join our team or just get more information about me, you can go to my webpage, RosalindMOgburn.com, RoslynMOGBURN.com. All right, we jumping right into Mr. Don Riley, our CAC member. All right, somebody gonna say, who is CAC? Community Advisory
Council.
There we
City
go.
Of Detroit.
Oh, I'm the City of Detroit. We had to put the City of Detroit on there, right? We have to put that.
We have to put that on there because it was created under the city charter.
Okay.
And let me tell you about this animal. The charter was amended, Charter 14, 1984.
Okay, all right.
1984, and it's been kept quiet until 5 years ago. I was the first board member to form the advisory board for District 7. I'm in my 5th year now, my last year out of 8 years. And I'm hoping to get out there and revise the district and everything and let them know. But one thing I can tell you, I can't not do everything without your support.
That's it.
You
That's
got,
it right there.
You got to have the community support.
That's
because, let me explain something to you real quick.
That's it.
The post office ordinance was amended by the city of Detroit. It became part of the charter, the city charter, section 14, dated 1984. The Detroit City Code Community Development by adding Article 9, Community Advisory Board Council. We have responsibility from the community in each district to advise the city council on what the community wants. Not what we want, what the community wants. So we need the community to come out to our meetings, get on our Zoom. They'll be coming out. Zoom page will be coming out shortly. Email sites, all that, phone number will be coming out very shortly to get out to District 7 so the community can get involved, because it's very crucial that the community get involved with us. And I'm going to tell you something. These are the responsibility of your advisory board council.
There we go. You're jumping right in it.
Housing development, community bright, safety and security, economic and community development, employment opportunity, code enforcement, and other impacts social, economic, cultural, environment conditions within the district. That is a very long list of responsibilities that District 7, the people from District 7, voted us in as elected officials to bring these concerns that the community want to the city council. We advise the city council on what the community wants, not the other way around. The city council works for you. You don't work for the city council.
That's it. You saying something
They
right there.
work for
They
you.
work for us.
So with
we
all these
voted them
billions
in.
of dollars that are coming in to the city, it's the city and the community responsibility to tell the city council how to spend your money, not their money. Your money is at stake. And believe me, there's billions of dollars coming in for everything that happens throughout the city. And let me tell you something, a little known secret along with that. This was dormant for a long time.
Yes,
This was part of the charter put in place in 1984. And it just surfaced 5 years ago. And I was the first president that was able to put this together through the help of the former city councilman.
Okay.
I have to give him his props for coming to me and say, put this thing together. Because at the time, and I'm still president, I'm the president and CEO of We Care Community Organization.
There we go. Yes, I'm glad you lifted
I wear a
that.
lot of hats. I wear a lot of hats, and I'm proud to wear a lot of hats because I've always been a community person. I'm out there to help you. Please seek me out. You can contact me at WeCareCommunityOrganization.com. I've got WeCare841 Gmail, the Gmail address. Area code 272-4282 is the phone number. Or you can contact me with my Gmail address, which is Don2 Riley, R-I-L-E-Y, at gmail.com. And my business phone number is area code 313-404-7844. Please reach out to me. I'm a very open person. I take calls, emails all day long, calls from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the evening. So please reach out to me so I can get with my team and let them know what the community wants. Not what I want again, or the other 7 members of the advisory board. It's what you want as a community.
Okay, and I'm loving that right there. So, I hope the listeners was really humming into one, that this is an elected body, right?
Yes.
Number 2, it's like city council, which is elected body, works and services the community. But last but not least, because this Pacific body has been dormant, y'all are fresh. Yep. Y'all are new. And it's really the time for the community to be engaged with you so they can start bringing their issues to the table with you guys, right?
That's correct.
So that's why I wanted to say that, all right, if there's a regular resident that's out there that's, okay, I live in District 7, how do I get engaged with you? What am I supposed to do?
You can call us, email. You can come to our District 7 meetings.
Okay, there we go. So we're going to have some meetings coming up.
Fourth Thursday of every month.
There we go. So we got meetings.
Moving around through all the District 7, from one end to the middle to the other end. So information will be put out. We're getting ready to do a newsletter.
Okay.
We're going on Facebook. We're going on Twitter. We're going on Instagram. We're going on Nextdoor. All the media outlets, you will hear from the CAC for District 7.
All right.
We will be posting all our information, where we meet, what time and everything, and how to get in contact with us.
But there we go. So we heard you guys will be meeting. And so we just need to be looking out for that calendar so that we can lock it in and make sure that the residents can be in that room. All right. Now, I want to make sure I got We Care, the community.com or .org?
Community. It's We Care Community.org LLC. It's LLC.
There you go. I didn't want to hit sin on there yet. Okay. .org. You say community. You say .org LLC.
LLC.
All right. There we go. All right. I'm putting that, guys, in the
and our
chat.
address is 15454 Joy Road.
All right. One more time. One what?
15448 Joy Road.
15448 Joy Road. All right. And so, and the next question I have for you, Mr. Riley, is that now, as of course, your meetings is basically would be your first actions, right? That y'all would be moving forward. So after you guys meet, what to let a lot of listeners to understand what this next process. Just you guys meet, and so what happens next?
Okay, we meet. We have an open forum where we go to Robert's rules for our meetings and so forth. And close to the end of the meeting, we have an open door policy where anyone in the community, whether it's on Zoom or in person in our meeting, to make a public comment. They can ask us to look into anything they want us to look in it. We sit down, we go through the information, and we discuss it. We filter it out and says, okay, this is the most important things that the community wants us to take care of.
Okay.
So as soon as we get that information together, we meet with the city councilman for District 7, and we meet with the city council at large.
Okay.
And give them the community concern, what they like to see done in the community, what they like to see come to the community. Because you have to notice that you drive around in District 7, all these abandoned buildings.
Yes, the community looks like it's been forgotten.
It's like a war zone almost.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, there's, as they used to say about Detroit, you'll find a church, a barbershop, or a liquor store on every corner. But that's more important than just those things. We need other economical development things.
Absolutely.
Grocery stores.
That's it. Come on.
Shopping centers.
That's it.
We need more of this in the inner city, not the outside of the city. We need these companies to come into the inner city because we go out. I have to say it. I did it, and I still do it. We go out to the suburbs, buy clothes, buy groceries, or whatever we need. But we don't have nothing. Those same stores that we support outside our community, they need to come inside our community.
Yes.
Back in the day, they were inside. Anybody out there my age, remember A&P, Farmer Jack's? They were all in the community.
Absolutely.
They're all gone now.
We have allowed, like we say, the grocery stores that we always had access to are not as, like we say, local. They're not in a walking footprint. And then also just so when we talk about that, because we know we can go deep dive, of course, about your area. And so just actually tell us where We Care area community is. You know, District 7 is large. Where it encompasses
We Care
the
boundaries are north of Tyman, west of Schaefer, east of Greenfield, and south of Plymouth.
Okay.
That's a big boundary. It's a lot of homes, a lot of businesses in there.
Yes.
And it was formed 10 years ago. We've been profitable. We've got a large assistance that come to our meetings. And it grows and goes down since the COVID-19. So we're trying to reorganize, rebuild. So I'm putting out to anyone in the community in those boundaries that want to get involved with We Care, please come out. Please come out and get in contact with us at that address. You can sign up to be a community person. You want to get involved, or you can call me. My phone number.
And listen, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to give you my personal phone number, not my business phone number, because it's much easier to contact me at area code 313-585-7861. And you can send me a Gmail, which is Don2Riley, R-I-L-E-Y, at gmail.com. And you will get a response.
Yes, see. And so we definitely wanted to be able to uplift the Community Advisory Council that he is a elected member on, but then also the community that he lives in and the leadership role he also holds at that capacity in the District 7 community. So we want to just make it clear. Yeah, see, we want to make it clear. Those are two different hats, but they represent the neighborhood, right?
Yes.
And the intentional alignment for the community to be better. And so I wanted to say that first before we go into the other level of, so we know as a community advisory council member, though your focus is to make sure there's certain things that you see in the community that is not equitable or is not healthy or is not productive, you're not really to uplift that and to say, hold on, why is it, right?
Yes, because I get calls on DTE, the water board, why my basement's backed up. And I tell you personally, my own basement gets backed up plenty of times.
Yes.
And believe me, people out there that knows the expense of calling a plumber every time your basement backs up gets very expensive.
It does. And I'm glad you went there because we know that there should be funding set aside to ensure residents get restored. Because we started off saying the climate has already changed. And we can't keep waiting on FEMA because we realize everybody don't even get approved for FEMA, right?
Right, and then there's supposed to be additional funds through the city. They're supposed to take care of or either back up the FEMA funds. So this is some of the stuff that the community need to get engaged.
There we go.
About, because if you don't get engaged, you're never going to know.
That's it. And so
that's one of the reasons why
that's what
CAC is put
there
together.
we go. And while we're talking about it, because and what he's talking about is the new federal dollars. Our mayor reached for $57 million, ladies and gentlemen, for flooding to restore residents and to create a resilience plan. Now, he's a community advisory council member. I'm your community equity advisory council member. He's elected though, so I want to uplift that. Y'all went out and voted for him for this position.
Let me put
I was just appointed.
Put emphasis on one major issue. We're not paid. We're elected by the body of District 7 to do this. We don't get a dime. And my other 6 people are very involved, active to take care of business for the citizens that voted for them in office.
That's it. They working their time, their energy, their passion for free.
No budget.
For free.
No budget.
And now that should be an indictment because if anybody has been looking at the city of Detroit's new budget in the last couple of years, our mayor has what we call stacked. His administrative, well, I think everybody making about $80,000 to $200,000, right? So why we can't share the love with those grassroots leaders that are doing the work at the bottom level? But I want to hover back over the funding for the programming to make sure that we don't flood, right? Yes. And so why we want to start getting, like you're saying, host these meetings to know who's in the room that has never been restored, because we know there's individuals that still having issues, like you just said with the flood.
Oh yes.
Or still having, we'll say, paperwork issues from the past flood, not the second one, the first one.
I just personally, last week through this last rain, I was flooded again.
And I know that, ladies and gentlemen. So just recently, and the real floods season has not even started. So we wanted to hover here because it's time for our residents to start coming into the rooms. We know COVID had us doing a lot of Zooming and it had us going indoors. But it is the season. We elected individuals in office to support us. District 7 did not have correct representation in the last couple years. We know that. But now there's someone seated and there's other leaders that are saying, we ready.
Yes.
We're getting there you go. Enough is enough. We're getting equipped, but we can't move without you. Yeah. That's a real thing.
We got to make our elected official accountable.
There you go.
Accountable for their actions. And without that accountability, they can do what they want to do. Again, they work for us. We don't work for you.
Come on, y'all.
They work for us.
They work for us.
So in order for them to work for us, we got to get out there in the community and let them know. Remind them, shoot, we pay your salary.
We pay your salary.
So why is things going the way we got floods, we got blackouts? And speaking of blackouts, let me touch on DTE.
Okay, yes.
DTE goes to Lansing and asks for 2, 3, 4% increase for infrastructural maintenance.
Which we already pay if you look at your bill.
Yeah.
It's already on your bill.
So where's that money going to? If you're doing infrastructural repair on a regular basis, not waiting until we get storms.
That's it.
But on
what
regular
you call
basis,
maintenance.
we wouldn't have this problem.
We would not have this problem.
So what is
That's
happening
what-
with that money?
Thank you. And let's double it all the way back to when we had the high level of the blackouts. DTE stated that they were negligent by not maintaining tree trimming. But I was like, why didn't no one
They still
ask
don't. They
where
still
was the
don't.
funding for the tree trimmers and what happened to it?
Well, only time they come out and trim trees is after a storm. You see all these trucks show
That's
up
it.
all of a sudden,
Afterwards, but not
trimming
proactive
trees
and before.
everything else after the storm. But
That's
what
it.
happened to before the storm comes?
That's it.
That's
They
what it needs
stated.
to be done.
Yes, but that's what they stated, that they had been negligent, and as years went on, the funding pot they didn't add no more to the funding pot. They didn't do no more work. So right now, that's why we have a high level of funding for forestry, right?
Yes.
So I wanted to say that also, because as your environmentalist, we got to call our city elected and tell them about the trees in our area.
Yes.
That's another thing. Let's not wait. So if you see
Well,
a dead
they
tree
do
every
it.
time the wind blow, branches and debris about hitting your car, let's call them.
Well, the city just started a program
Come on, let's talk about it.
to clean the black alleys
Yes,
in the city.
which we call it just being negligent because these alleys supposed to be clean.
Yeah, it's supposed to be clean. I mean, years ago they had a program where the back alleys were closed by the residents on both sides. And they could claim half of the alley on each
There you
side.
go. But everybody didn't
Everybody
get
knew
gates.
that.
Yes.
So the city was still responsible for doing the alley, although all the garbage picked up is in the streets in front
Absolutely.
of your house. But the city's still responsible for your alley.
Yes, they are. You know why? Because the main drain is there and they own that pole.
Yes.
That's it. And what's what we're saying? A lot of residents don't know that, right? That the level of what the city is accountable
Bought
for.
new trucks. Brought new trucks. A fleet of new trucks to clean out the sewer drains and
Yes.
everything. But the city asks you, as a resident, to go out in the inclement weather
And go clean
your
your
drains
drains.
out. That might not even be in front of your house, 2 doors down and so forth. But the city asks you to go out and clean them. And when they have the equipment, it's their responsibility.
Yes, it is. It is. And I'm so happy you went there. I just asked recently for the schedule for our street cleaners. You ready? I just saw it today in my email. My council didn't send it to me, even though she did tell me it was scheduled twice a year. It started in April and it ends in November. But the ombudsman end up sending that out on his flyers. I said, oh, okay. Now, y'all ready? Do you know how we pay? Or how the service of the streets are being cleaned? So if you're a homeowner, you pay for your waste and your garbage to be picked up in front of your home at $240, or if you're a senior, I gotta look at that. Or if you're a senior for $120. That's where your street cleaning fee comes out of.
Yes.
I said that's good to know,
Yes.
because guess what? Based on our service of part of this, we need to see how much money is really being allocated. Because to me, twice a year is not enough.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not enough for that street cleaner to come out. And then we want to know how many street cleaners do we have? We need to know the capacity, because just like you said about new trucks, do we need to purchase new street cleaners? These are things the residents could be asking.
I seen 2 new trucks 2 years ago come out on Sunday to clean the street. That's big time overtime. Ain't seen them since. 2 years ago, I ain't seen them since.
And what did you just identify? That there was a level of inspection that they were so far back on.
Yes.
It wasn't talking about doing this Monday. This had to be done like yesterday. So we want to just pause and give shout out to all our Facebook viewers. Hello, Miss Thompson. Hello, Tiffany. My cousin Tiff tuning in. Hello, Dre. Tuning in. And yes, we wonder, it's a damn shame. Wonder if the county can help clean these streets. Exactly. Bringing our county commissioners in the room with that conversation. And I also want to just say thank you for those that are tuning in to the quarantine on WJZZ Live Cool TV. We are streaming on all your social media platforms. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter Live, and like once again, we say all your social media platforms. You can share, like, and just call your friends and tell them, hey, we on, and we talking about relevant information. And I do believe our lines are open this evening, so you can call us at 313-355-6018. Once again, 313-355-6018. All right. Now, you just was listening to us. We were really talking about certain services and things that should be done for the city, but a lot of residents don't even know whose job it is, how it's paid for, or what's the city department, really is responsible to hold accountable to.
There's not the proper communication getting sent out
That's
to the city.
it. Nah.
If you don't have email, computers to get in contact, and if you're not connected with the city news department,
Come on, or your email in. Yeah, if they don't have your email.
To get the information out to you, you don't know what's going on.
You don't know what's going on.
Right now, just about every city department meeting is done on Zoom.
On Zoom.
And it states limited.
Nah, I'm just swimming. We got pause there. So people that be like, oh, I hate Zooming. So, because you hate Zooming, you're going to miss a lot of relevant information. Mr. Riley, while we was driving here, went on the Zoom.
Yes.
Sometimes it's not about what you like. It's about how the information is being delivered. And it's very crucial for us right now to know the information. Did you hear the city of address our mayor stated? And did you hear him say that this will be this is a historic season, yes, and we will have more money ever in history?
Yeah, but the problem with that is only a selected few residents to get this information out. To be able to get the money. There needs to be a better platform.
That's it.
Because everybody doesn't have a computer. Mm-hmm. Still, a lot of people don't have cable no more.
That's true. Now, here we go. Now I want to hover there. And I know Ms. Thompson is on that. The conversation with having access to more Wi-Fi, right? Remember, we know we have a high level of digital divide. I want to really hover here, right? Because where I want to make it real to people, it's not that you might not can afford it. You have it. You're in certain areas and your connection is just poor.
Poor. Even with your cell phones. Those who got cell phones. Connections, they're putting up this 5G network and everything.
Yep, come on.
While they're putting it up, they're interfering with the signals and so forth. Your Wi-Fi goes out, your cable goes out, your cell phone goes in and out. What kind of network are we getting? What kind of network are we paying for? You pay your hire to be connected this way, and you're getting poor service.
Come on.
Very poor service. That's why everybody, the community that have these devices or don't have these devices, get in contact with the people that's supposed to be having.
There you go. Because I was about to say it's supposed to be funding for us to get a broadband access, right? Yep. Coming through our communities. And now
it's a federal program.
And that's what I was just about to say. The federal funding is ensuring that we have that. But here we go. If we get quiet, we like, yeah, they got us. Year come by, 2 year come by, and we like, well, what happened over here? We didn't get this. It's because, like he just said, the historic communities might have gotten it. The more dense community, which is the more communities that have more houses on the blocks.
Yes.
And which, this is why we're being loud about this. Because the temperature in the city right now is not benefiting those that were natively here and that's been here from the beginning. That's it.
Your voice matters.
And when you don't lift it up, they think you don't care.
Yes. They make decisions for us that we don't even know about.
That's it.
That's wrong. That's legislation wrong. We're supposed to be involved in all decision-making decisions that affect dollars. That we give them. Our taxes. Every time you go to the store, you pay taxes on something. Every time you buy clothes, you pay taxes on your shoes, your cars, you pay taxes on.
That's it.
That tax money goes back to the city to improve your livelihood.
That's it.
And if you don't put no input on how to improve your livelihood, they're going to improve it for you. Going to give you things you might not even want. So you have to speak up.
You got to speak up. So now, I wanted us to, we're going to close out on that convo because I wanted to touch base with the, for those that didn't see the news this evening, wanted to hover real quick over the verdict concerning our governor. Y'all know we couldn't go to sleep without talking about that. We're going to let him close out. We're going to let him tell you all the information, how to contact again, how you make sure you're going to get at the next CAC meeting that's going to be over in our district location, all that. But we're going to spend the next 5-10 minutes hard on the first. I mean, I feel like not to just call it. We know it was a verdict, but it showed another level of the temperature, right? That's in our state. Because like we have a conversation with my mother. She's like, "Is this historic?" So it's historic for a female governor to be a threat, for her life to be threatened.
Yes.
But no, it's not historic for a governor in general to be threatened, right?
Yes.
But the capacity of, like I believe our lieutenant governor said earlier on our 13th congressional call, to have a full-blown plot to kill the governor, the LG, the attorney general, the secretary of state, and then blow up our capital. Because if you watch some of these news stories, they tell about the gentleman that was making the bombs with a little girl in the room, and he told her, "Get away, baby, I'm making bombs."
Yes.
So, right there, Mr. Riley, just want you to just hover and give your feedback based off of, the information of, I don't know, I'm not sure if you heard all of the story.
I was watching.
Okay.
I was watching. I don't know, but I watched enough of it that I couldn't believe how the verdict came out, because there was enough evidence. I feel there was enough evidence presented by the government against these individuals. Plus, they actually also practically stated themselves that they did this. So what was the problem of being convicted for their crimes or proposal crimes that they wanted to commit? If it was somebody else, unfortunately,
because they admitted to this.
It wouldn't take no 5 days. It wouldn't take no 5 days to convict them. I mean, what kind of nation are we in to seeing all this is happening? Killing the family members, killing the babies, what's going on over in Ukraine.
Come on. That's it right now.
This is the wrong type of attitude.
Yes, it is.
That is
I
happening
agree.
in this country and across the world. We're supposed to be the dominant leaders
That's it.
throughout the world. But we act like we're the non-dominant leaders.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you really look at it, there's still outhouses in the United States. A lot of people don't know. There are still outhouses.
Yes, he
There's
said,
people that
ladies
still
and gentlemen,
have
that don't
running water.
plumbing. Yes, those are people that do not still have plumbing in their homes. Absolutely, absolutely.
And it's wrong. It's wrong.
It is.
I mean, I've got to play on this is that the rich keep getting richer, the poor getting poor. We don't have no three classes anymore.
No.
You got it or you
They're
don't
trying to
got it.
extract out the middle, ladies
You
and
got
gentlemen.
it or you don't have it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this seems to be what's going on because there's not enough people speaking out
That's it.
to the congressmen, the leaders, telling them, oh, wait a minute, something's wrong. Something's wrong. We have a constitution we're supposed to all live under and so forth. What happened to it?
Yeah.
What really happened to it? And I have to tell you, I praise and respect the Republicans that voted for our new Supreme Court.
There we go. You know I
give them a shout.
There we go. We got to give a shout out to our new
That made history.
first black Supreme Court Justice, Ketanji Brown Jackson. Woo!
Yes,
Thank you. You know I was gonna go there.
That made history.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
For the
And
whole
so,
country.
and like you're saying, and that's the additional, like we say, gleam of sunshine we get to have access to, right?
Yes.
Because we know the bull they took her through, and she showed her integrity.
Yeah.
She
She
showed
stayed cool.
her
She was
poise.
cool. Her poise and everything was cool. She answered questions very calmly and everything, very direct and so forth. They didn't pull.
They couldn't shake it.
As we say, pull us off our square.
That's it. She stayed on her square. She stayed on point. And then even when they threw questions that we saw, that threw her off a little bit. Like, did they really just ask me this, right? You saw her demeanor. I'll say, all right, let me shake this off and continue to move forward because I got this on lock. Because she was born for this, right?
Yes,
But
yes.
also giving us, like I say, that ray of sunshine when we get this piece of this cloud that we got at the evening, right? That they would actually still let an individual walk away that know that they still had a active participation and had basically said that they were completely involved.
Yes.
They,
Well, this opened up the door where there won't be no more, or try not to be no more old boys school, as they say. In
Yeah,
this
see,
country.
yeah, no, but that's what I was about to say. That's what we just saw. That's what it is. The old boys, that good boys go club, whatever that is, right?
Yeah.
That the attorney showed up for them, and this is another reason why it's important for us to have representation.
Yes.
Why do black and brown individuals usually get locked up quicker? Because we don't have representation. Everybody had had an attorney there, right?
Yes.
See, so they were they were actually had representation to be defended, to be able to not get. Some of the people didn't even get any time, and so now we do know that were some that were locked up. Those first individuals that totally, what we said, said I did it,
Yes.
and then wait for no attorney, right? So
Well, we even got in our own culture and so forth because I'm a product of the prison system. I was a prison officer, hearing investigator and grievance coordinator, and I didn't go along with a lot of things that were happening in the prison system because if you look at now what's going on, a lot of convictions are being overturned.
that's it.
Overturned, and we're spending thousands of dollars
Thousands
to
of
pay
dollars
those people.
for these
Pay these
attorneys.
people.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I have to say something. Our prosecutor office need to be looked at since
That's
we spend all
it.
this
That's
money.
it. That's
Since we
it.
spend all
We
this
need to
money.
know our attorneys, and I'm glad you even made that transition. And we need to know our judges.
Yes.
Right now, they're up for the Third Circuit judges. Right now, we also are up for our Supreme Court judges. I gotta throw it out. Bernstein and Bolden. Bernstein and Bolden. Kara Bolden is running for the Supreme Court judge right now. So I got to give it out there.
Well,
she would be our first black
Well, I have to
Supreme
put
Court
out- I have
judge,
to
ladies
put
and
out-
gentlemen.
I have
She's
to
elected.
put out there that something that we do as a community, we vote for name brand names.
Yeah, and we got to work on
People that's been in office, their daughter, their son
yeah.
carries their name, and periodically they run on their daddy or mama's name to get
Yes.
in office.
Yes,
don't
we've
have no,
seen that.
They have no proven record, so we have to hold them accountable.
That is
We
true.
really have to hold them accountable and vote for newcomers. You don't have to be in office to know what's going on. As long as you're willing to do the job, it ain't about getting paid, getting all this luxury and so forth. If you got somebody out there trying to be dedicated to bring you things that you're supposed to live by as an individual, vote for them.
That's
Stop
it.
voting for those name brand people.
And like you're saying, and if you hear the name, investigate on your own, right?
Yes.
Have a one-on-one with them. Now, what I have been identifying is when we call these easy latecomers, when they come late in the race, then you don't have enough time to really vet them out, right? And so this is where it has been, I feel, kind of confusing for a lot of residents because you just see a person at the door, you just see them at an event, and that's it. That's all the access you get to them.
Okay, let's touch on real quick this last election.
Come on.
We had election sites closed that've been open for years as sites.
You talking about our voting polls that were shut down and people weren't
proper
notified.
notification that you can't vote there.
Till you showed up.
A lot of people did not vote. They went back home because they were
Yes.
not going to run around the city trying to find somewhere to vote.
Yes, but no one talks about that.
No one talks about that. No one talks. Elected officials should be held accountable for what that went,
There you
went
go.
on.
Now
because
that's our
we
clerk's
know-
office. Now
Clerk's office.
that's
We
Winfrey.
know these midterm elections always have been low turnout. But when you close election sites and so forth without properly notifying the people in those communities,
That should be illegal.
Definitely
It should be illegal. The clerk should be accountable when we know in our black community, people don't have access to transportation. So if your voting poll was right around the corner, you still walking around the corner.
Yes.
And I even use that example, like you're saying, that there was supposed to be the voting poll close to my area, right off Westwood and Tyerman, for an address off of Falls. I looked at that address. It said they was over at Dixon.
Martin Luther.
Now
McKenzie was one of the biggest sites on this side of town. It was closed.
So where were they diverting those voters to? That's what I'm glad you brought this up. I'm so glad you brought this up because we're going to talk about this last couple minutes as we close out. my team and I have been strategy building. I ran for 2020. I won Detroit and Dearborn on election day. I was not so successful with those absentee ballots. So we flushed through why I wasn't so successful. One of them, we identified that they were a law that was put in place that if the ballots did not come into the actual processing format or location, which I think the TCF or whatever, by August 4th at 4 p.m., they didn't count.
It wasn't counted?
So that's a batch of, they said that was 10,000 plus ballots discarded, right? Now, we know also, we were also having high level of voter suppression with our absentee ballots.
Yes.
Just coming to people on a timely manner, right?
Yes. Yep.
So just coming into the process and then coming to the people. But within this last cycle, here we go, for last year for our local, he uplifted it. One, you had individuals that did not know where to go.
Yes.
Number two, they were also confused about when you received your absentee ballot, filled out, and then they tried to go to the actual voting precinct. Vote while I'm here.
It all narrows down to better communication. Better communication.
Hold on, wait a minute. And this the last one though, Mr. Riley. This the real one. Me and my team has identified. And a lot of my close members know I'm about to go here. At the end of the night, your voting precincts must balance
Yes.
out with your machine tabulator and with your computer.
Yes.
All right? That person that sit at the computer, they log you in. The end of the night, you get a printout with a number. The big tabulator that you put your little sticker from, they get a little thing, you put it in there, that got a number too.
Yes.
If they don't balance out, you're not able to close. And guess what? If you can't close and balance, all those votes go for naught and they do not get counted. And so I identified multiple precincts did not close. People got out and voted, but your ballots never got casted or counted because the precincts did not close out. So lack of being educated how to balance out of our precincts.
Well, listen, how can you police yourself? There should be a committee formed to police everything.
Our election department. Now, Denzel McCampbell ran. Our Lieutenant Governor Garner ran on securing the vote, creating a ticket to make sure I know my ballot went in. I know I was counted.
Correct.
So we still don't even know when our votes are counted.
Yes.
We don't have a tracking system. So, like you saying, but how can we hold our current clerk accountable when we can't go backwards and go pull none of this information? Now we remember and we can look at it, but why can't we move forward now to say, hold on, like you just said,
a week, 2 weeks to count the absentee ballot.
Come on, why you need
that long when the absentee ballots
Yes,
are already in office?
There you go.
Before the election is being held, the absentee ballots are already in office. Why does it take a week to 2 weeks to count those absentee ballots?
Yes, and the write-ins, remember?
Yes,
I think we got a 2-week process for the write-in candidates to be able to get that information. And so my real pushback, and I want to throw it out for all the listeners and those at the higher levels, I believe we need to make sure we are more educated and we're more trained about all of the process. And then the transparency. When we have our actual precincts, there should be people from the clerk there supervising, asking to make sure, are you okay?
Yes.
When they get ready to close out, pop up at the end of the night, are you good? Are your numbers balancing? Do you need any help? Because we can't let it not balance. Because if you don't balance, all these votes don't get counted.
Yeah, something's wrong because now they implemented where you got to show ID in order to get a ballot. You got to show ID. Your signatures are supposed to match, and so you go through all this
additional
procedure,
voter suppression
then
laws
all
they
of a
just
sudden
put in
the
place.
vote don't cancel because it wasn't registered properly.
There we go.
Why we
and
doing all these changes?
Nah, I'm not. So we pushing everybody to get ID. We got enough time, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure everyone has ID, right? But
And the city hands out free ID.
and I was just about to say that, but
City
I
hands
want to
out.
say, and here we go. And this is why we bring our real selves into the room, because I'm not even gonna throw it out there. But one of the state's reps said, "I left without my ID the other day." And if people know my ID is clicked on my purse, if I run out without my purse, you sometime may not have the ID, right? So we have to be more cognitive, though, of what we need to do when we get ready to go on these ballot boxes, because we understand that they are suppressing us. They have created, I think it was like 600 bills that was in
Voting rights. Throw the voting
literally
right
created.
out. We do the voting right to their benefit, other people's benefit, not to the people.
There we go. It is, these bills were put, like you say, the protective bills were put in place for us to have access to get our voice heard. But now the suppression bills were put in position because they realized we came out. We was coming out to vote.
Yeah.
We came out. They saw those numbers, right? So then we ain't gonna throw his name out there, start spreading lies, right? Saying that, oh, if anything in Detroit is bad, you know it's corrupt. So that was another lie, right? To put some stain on our city. But what I want to do and challenge us tonight before we close out, we gonna vote and turn out on this August primary like it's a general election.
Yes.
Watch this.
Yes.
Watch we show them, because you tried to come at our governor on some bull crap. Watch we come out and show out as a Democratic Party like never before. And the reparations bills. This is what I was gonna say.
Oh.
It's time to be restored. So I'm gonna pass that over to you.
They created a committee,
Okay.
and they haven't went no further than that.
Yes, our task force that we voted
the
for.
task force has not met as a whole to discuss all this. Then, not only refers, but look at the property taxes.
Yes.
It was already stated that we pay more property taxes than anybody, and we got money coming back for being reimbursed. But no, they don't want to give the money back to
There
us.
you go. They want to
They
say
wanna
it's a
keep it.
credit. Yeah, they want to try. They offering a credit or something like that. But we say the credit don't work for people that don't have homes. People that lost their
People
home.
lost their homes.
And the people.
And the Wayne County Treasurer, he put a mortuary on
Yes,
tax
he put a
foreclosure.
moratorium. Yes, to 2023.
That was
Yes,
a good thing.
yes.
That was a good thing.
Yes.
But all those that have lost their homes in the past have not been confiscated.
Absolutely,
For the
for the
problems.
problems where they had, we say content, full houses gone, families destroyed, and I even going to go down a moratorium. You know why he had to do a moratorium? Because he can't put people out. He can't sell homes with people live. I keep saying, I'm rousing them outward. I don't throw this out here. I'm the housing warrior. I shut down I'm the first one with my team with Detroit Act to shut down Wayne County Treasurer. The treasurer is a city bank. Wayne County gets his money from property taxes, ladies and gentlemen. We shut down the city because you're not going to put out the city. The city is its residents. We pay your bills to keep the city functioning.
Yes.
So what we're saying
We're not
is,
getting our money's worth.
but that's it right there. We saying we done,
Other
and you overassessed us, and you gonna say you're not gonna pay us.
Other people
We getting
making
restored.
decisions for us without our input,
Come
which
on.
is wrong. That
Which
is
is wrong, y'all.
constitutional. That is constitutional wrong.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
It's like being a tax sensation on us that we don't even know about.
Come on. See. So now we got 2 minutes. We're gonna get ready to get closed out. I am Rosalind M. Ogburn, your candidate for State Representative 3. If you want to join us, because I told you we need door knockers. We need everybody on board to be able to touch it on new cities on the west side of Detroit, Dearborn, and Melvindale. You can go to my page on Facebook, Twitter, or my website at rosalindmogburn.com. ROSLYNMOGBURN. And so .com, sorry. .com. And so I pass it back over to Mr. Riley.
And I'm Don Riley from District 7 Advisory Board Council. I'm the chairman, vice chairman, and vice president of the board. I need the community to reach out not only to me, but reach out to your elected officials and tell them I'm mad as hell. I
That's
don't
it.
want to take this no more. Reach out to them. Call them. Write them. Let them know you exist. This is our city, not their city.
That's it. That's it. It's our city. So thank you for joining us tonight on the quarantine. You guys, you already know we had to get it in at WJZZ. Make sure you go on the page, like, share, tell everybody. Oh yeah, Roz and Mr. Riley got it in tonight. Y'all need to make sure
I'll be
y'all
back.
Yes, he will be back. And we have other members that want to join
Yes.
us because they are hosting meetings and we need you all in the room.
Yes.
We got the most money historically coming to the city. And we
Lots
need
of
you
money.
to have
Lots
your
of money.
ideas, your comment, and for you to spend it. Because it is our time, Detroit. It is our season for people that look like us, that is in leadership, to direct us and guide us and take us where we need to
We
go.
don't. Somebody else is going to be there.
There you go.
They're not going to look like us.
That's it. And my favorite statement.
Taking
If
over downtown.
That's it. And closed mouths don't get fed.
That's right.
There you go. So you must
right.
open your mouth because you have not, because you ask not. Thank you, everyone. I'm Rosin M. Ogburn on the quarantine. See you all next weekend. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I think we got a little minute yet. Hey.
Yes.
All right. I know Dre will be back with us next week. Also, we got a shout out for Henrietta. And also, I forgot to even shout it out for our new map for our congressional leader, Rashida Tlaib. So we will be at the convention tomorrow at the TCF. Starts at 12:30. And I do believe the gets credentializing, and then we'll have the event starting at 2:30.
Can I give a real quick information out that District 7 is the largest district in the city of residents. We're the largest, but they act like we're the poorest district. If you look at everything that's happening around the other districts compared to District 7, you think we're in a war zone completely, and we're not. That's why we have to reach out.
Absolutely, yes. You must talk. You must give a conversation. Oh, and last but not least, that I did see that T is on the call, is that we are also making sure renters that have negligent landlords, literally, you say, what do you mean negligent? So your roof has a hole in it. It is leaking. Your basement has flooded and they have never came to rent it. This is what we reaching out to these people.
What happened to the registration?
supposed
All
to be-
landlords are
supposed
supposed
to
to
be
be
registered
registered
to
with
BC.
the city.
Now, but they're not. They're not, Mr.
They're
Riley.
not pushing it.
They're not. They're not. And so what we're asking
But they're
every
pushing to give you
resident.
fines. They're pushing. The city's pushing to give you a fine.
There you go.
Your property's not up to
So
code.
we want you all to reach out, give me a call, inbox me on Facebook
It's
or
another
Tanisha
conversation.
Sanders. Yes, it is. Or Tanisha Sanders, because we are identifying as new developers are coming in, they're buying the property and they're discarding the residents and their human rights. They're living in disgrace, and that should not be. My job as a state representative is making sure that there's a consistent fund for housing those that need to be housed. And renters need to be housed also. So, and they have opportunity to make sure that you can transition to homeowners. So we just thank you all. God bless you. Good night. And